Good morning!
Good afternoon
And good evening, viewers!
So we are here again for another edition of
Beyond! So partner, good day, partner.
Good day to you,
So
partner.
another episode. So what will be the topic for today's episode of
Well,
Beyond?
the topic for today is very interesting and it's very relevant nowadays.
Oh.
So the topic for today is how does English contribute to globalization?
Kinda interesting. Yeah, you're
Right?
right. Am I right, viewers? Kinda interesting. Good! So, we asked different people from different countries and cities here in the Philippines on how important English is in globalization. So,
Let's get started!
Wait a minute!
Hi there, I'm Aya, your resident book talker. But before we jump into the main topic, let us first discuss the word globalization. What is globalization? Well, globalization is a word used to describe the growing interdependence of the world's economies, cultures, and populations brought about by cross-border trade in goods and services, technology, and flows of investment, people, and information. Countries have built economic partnerships to facilitate these movements over many centuries. Now that we've defined globalization, I will give my insights as to why English is an essential part of it. English is essential in globalization because it facilitates the trade and market that is being caused by partnership. It is like the bridge that connects one country to another. Without English, it would be hard for us to communicate and eventually have transactions with each other. Aside from that, it is also arduous for us to know if we are being left behind by the latest trends that is being set globally. That is my 2 cents as to why English is important in globalization. Now, let's see what others have to say.
English is important in globalization because it is the universal language we all speak. Without English, we might as all misunderstand each other.
English becomes the world's lingua franca due to the fact that it is the most basic language that most of the people could adapt to easily. It enables people to understand each other regardless of their ethnicity, cultural background, and religious beliefs, and especially when we talk about globalization, because in globalization we have different contexts that require solid foundation of communication and smooth flow of connection from different parts of the world. So without the use of English language, especially to the commerce, agriculture, architectural, globalization could not be possible.
English language is crucial medium all over the world because it standardizes everything in the world like education, trade, transport, technology, business, and etc. Beside of that, English is the globally accepted and known by all. In order to create an ethically responsible, equitable, and tolerant world, the English language plays an important role. To make it short, English is significant in globalization because it simply influences the living of the people to be more organized and easier.
English is an important language, especially when it is used in globalization. According to David Crystal's classic book, English is the global language. Not just in today's generation, but also in the 5th century. Thus, it establishes good communication. If I'm not mistaken, 70 countries use the English language, and because of that, citizens from each country can easily collaborate and maximize their strengths with their different strategies. Also, it is a way to eradicate barriers and conflicts between different nations. In terms of technological advancement, it helps us to innovate efficiently from different sources that has English language. Thus, just like in parts of speech, it is just like a synecdoche, simply because it is just a language, but it represents a lot. It makes us more advantageous and professional in using.
So, the question is why the English is important in globalization. So, first and foremost, globalization is a process of interaction and integration among the people. So, as we can see, there's a lot of countries in the world, and they are all have own and unique language. My question is it possible to understand each and every one if those people speak in their own language? Basically not. Basically it's not. English is important in globalization because a lot of countries know how to speak in English. Everyone can use it to communicate and also give information to others.
At its core, globalization is all about communication. It's about finding ways to interact with people all over the globe and to share more than just information, but also innovations, discoveries, and many more. And English, as a universal language as it is most often called, is a key element in achieving globalization. It is recognized in more than 60 countries all over the world as either their de jure or de facto language, and based on this alone, we can assume that English opens up a world of opportunities. Communication between people has been eased by this. Additionally, English is also widely considered to be the language of business in the world, making it a vital skill for someone who works internationally. Many companies have English fluency as a requirement since it made interaction between their clients on a global scale more convenient. While their clients may speak in other languages, many have at least a basic understanding of the language itself, making their communication much more simple. With these details in mind, there is no denying that English is a valuable part of globalization.
So those are their answers. But for you, partner, how does the English language contribute to globalization?
Partner, that English is a universal language and we tend to use it not just in terms of academics or in school, but also in communicating with other people, especially those who are working overseas. And I think it is very significant in contributing to globalization because we can understand other nationalities with the use of English language, so we can build more strong ties with them.
And yes, and the faster the communication is, the faster the development is. Yes,
Yes.
that's it. So that's a very great insight, partner. So
Thank
now
you.
we okay. That's a great insight, partner.
Thank
Now
you.
we will go to our next segment, which is our weekly obsession. So, partner, what is your weekly obsession?
I think this past few days, I'm kind of obsessed with Korean foods.
Oh,
Spicy foods, like
Korean barbecue.
Yes,
yeah.
like that. Think partner. I have an assumption on what you have. Okay.
Of what's my weekly obsession is?
Yes.
Oh, what is that?
Think yourself. You're kind of obsessed lately on rice soup. You know what
Yes.
rice soup is?
Well, kind of, because we're having a bad weather day today because of hashtag Bagyong Pisoy. So I'm kind of craving for something hot, like porridge. It's porridge and
sinigang.
chocolate.
Soup. chocolate rice soup.
Champurrado. Well, something like that.
That, yes.
That's my weekly obsession.
Few inches later.
And for our last segment, it's Q&A time. So, our topic for this week in our
Is-
Q&A session is fake news.
So, the question is, what will we do to combat fake news? Send us your answers here in our Facebook page down below.
Until the next time, I am your Queen of Chica, Ronjay and Joshtin.
and Joshtin Sarmiento, and this is
Beyond!
What? So those are the answers. But for your partner,
We tend to be more competent.
yes.
Yes, you know.
Yes, we tend to be more competent, and the communication becomes
3 hours later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
This is Beyond! Going outside the box of normal journalism.